did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doth man live. Thy raiment waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years. Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasteneth thee. Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and to fear him. For the Lord thy God bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks, of water, of fountains, and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, and vines, and fig trees, and pomegranates, a land of oil olive and honey, a land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarceness. Thou shalt not lack anything in it, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig brass. When thou hast eaten and art full, then thou shalt bless the Lord thy God for the good land which he hath given thee. Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God in not keeping his commandments, and his judgments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Lest when thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built goodly houses, and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy God, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought, where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee, to do thee good at thy latter end. And thou say in thine heart, My power and the might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Lord thy God, and walk after other gods, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you this day, that ye shall surely perish. As the nations which the Lord destroyeth before your face, so shall ye perish, because ye would not be obedient unto the voice of the Lord your God. Chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself, cities great and fenced up to heaven, a people great and tall, the children of the Anakims, whom thou knowest, and of whom thou hast heard say, Who can stand before...
People of the Anakins, huh? Deuteronomy. Look it up. There's a lot to learn in that video. A lot to learn. I was just thinking to myself, when other people read the Bible and they say they believe, right? Why aren't they afraid? Not for themselves because they believe and do the work or whatever, but like afraid for the world, or, you know, like their families and stuff. Because constantly, the Lord's talking to and only Israel. And then he speaks of the world and the people that follow, and how he's going to take care of them too and love them too and let them go upstairs, right? But it constantly keeps saying to the non-believers and the people that destroy Israel, he's going to curse you. He's going to destroy you. Now, the ultimate destruction, no man knows. That's what the Bible says. And I know I don't know. But it gives hints. And like me, I know the time frame. But you can't know the exact time. Because the Father made it that way. You see, it says certain events are going to happen. And then it's like a chess game. See, my father is the greatest chess player ever. And it's not his turn. It's everyone else's turn. Like when it was our turn. Back in the day. Coming up. In a world where everyone was already here. And had nations. And things and towns and we came from slavery in the beginning. When we wrote this stuff. See, Adam and all of that, and all those guys before, that's the beginning of them. The beginning of the blood and all of that stuff. This Israel stuff, people don't understand that. The book holders and the keepers of the law and teachers of the law, they came out of Egypt. They're a mixed race of Adam and the Egyptians. At least that's what I'm coming to the conclusion of because of what it says. Now, that changed everything in my mind because I realized, all right, then there's the Hebrews, the regular Adams, and then there's this people that came out of Adam and another people, and then it says they were birthed in Egypt, in slavery already. So, it kind of like changed the way I looked at this whole thing. I said, wait up, this is a strange way to look at it, like, because the hate that I get for saying I believe I am or what I'm Hebrew and all this, people think, oh, you think you're fucking special and all of this. Dog, my history, even in the ancient days, starts with me getting my fucking head pounded in and building up other people's shit. And then the Lord saying, you know what, that guy fucking's doing all this hard work, and he figured out that the thing that they serve is not real. It's real, but it ain't the realest real. And he keeps calling on me. He doesn't even know what he's calling on, but he's calling me, and I'm gonna go to him. I'm gonna go down there, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna test his ass. I'm gonna test these people. Don't you just get it? And they passed. That's why he got them out of slavery and got them out of Egypt. And they got out. And still was hard-headed. Still couldn't even, the men that fucking called on the Lord to get their people out, they believed, not even the ones that you get it? They left and still got in trouble. So, when you get mad and stuff, when I throw the glorious valor of my people around, always remember all of the suffering we do. To get the glorious valor, they did all these things so I can be born and fucking act the way I'm acting. Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to fucking talk like this. I'm supposed to say my people were great and admit that we were nothing. We came from the dust. I love that. I love to be able to say, I'm the king of the shadows. Where there was nothing, now there is. It burns other people up. One, they don't understand it, and two, you don't get to say the same thing. And I get it. You think it's a fucking, oh, I'm better than you thing. Well, it kinda is, but it ain't that better mocking you or this man shit. See, the Lord has a contest going too. He always did it and he always will. If you read the Bible, it's one big contest. From the angels, you know, down to Adam and Eve, who's going to bite the apple first? Down to Cain and Abel, who's going to break the law first? Who's going to love me? It's all the same shit. Are you going to listen to what I said, or are you going to do what you want to do? You going to listen to somebody else, or you going to listen to yes, or you going to listen to him? And people get mad at me. And I don't give a shit no more. Because I follow the law and I know he loves me. It wouldn't be. Damn, man.